Hello guys, just going to be doing a guide on my fire belly newts today. I've got two of them. Yeah, I'll just be going over the tank, setup, yeah, just things like that, food, and show you them themselves. Okay, so start off with the tank. It's a 12 by 24 tank. It's quite a big tank for them. Not too wide, but it's a big tank. It's a big tank for only two. You could get away with there's about 10 gal easily for two. This could probably house about 4, maybe. Yeah. Show you inside. This tank itself cost me 34 quid. Inside, my fire belly newts are now terrestrial. As you will need to find out from the reptile shop, or they will tell you when you're housing and keeping fire belly newts, you need to play it by what they prefer. So if you notice that they're never in the water, then you could change to a fully terrestrial setup tank. However, if they start going in the pond, which is quite a big pond for them, and you see they're in there more often than not, then you need to be setting the tank up with about 2 inches of water from the bottom, some gravel on the bottom, with you will really need a filter, and then you just need to build up the one side with rocks so they can come out, and then maybe put some plants in, but they need to have access to land. But mine didn't seem interested in water, so, and they much prefer the land sort of setup. They're never really in the pond. It's quite a big pond for them. So yeah, this is the general setup. We've got plants in the one corner, it's just to make it look nice. On the floor we've got some eco earth, which you can pick up from any reptile shop. We've got a pond here, a log here for them to go, which they do like to go on and go under, with some plants. Got some moss here, which is good for them to hide out. There's some rocks here, which is good. You can pick all these things up from reptile shops. Yeah, you know. As for feeding at the moment, as you can see, I've got some bloodworms in there. But what I'd really recommend with the newts is that you experiment with foods. Okay, you're never really going to know. Well, you will eventually find out what their favourites are, but you need to experiment with the newts. How's that on them? Well, you need to experiment with them to find out what they like. I recommend live foods such as mealworms are very good, earthworms very good, bloodworms, and even moths. I've found pretty. They do like to have moths. The small moths on land. Found out that they did eat them. I don't recommend small crickets, even though they do provide a good amount of nutrition for your newts. I really do not advise it, because if the crickets can bite, it can harm your newts. Okay, so just get them out. Show you them. Oh yeah. So behind this rock, the log, there they are. Not too big. Okay. They're not. This one's the biggest one. It's not extremely big, but he's a decent size now. He's about 2 inches. Yeah, giving about 2 inches there. Also, I'm going to be getting 2 more fire belly. Well, actually, 1 more fire belly newt to go in the tank, so then I'll have 3. But these 2, really do recommend having them. They're really nice to have as they're really obviously tame. They're cheap to set up, really, easy to maintain. So yeah. The one thing I do need to say though, if you do happen to make your tank terrestrial, you need to ensure that you are spraying them, because even though you might see that they don't go in the water as much, they need to keep a waxy feel to their body and things, or even a damp. So yeah, this is a rocky. This one is. This is a nice one. Put him back. Show him. So yeah, there he goes. The other one, oh, he's behind the rock. He's under the log. I won't get him out. I'll leave him to it. But yeah. So, I don't think there's anything else to tell you about, really. Yeah.